Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Strategy of the Week presentation for the 6th of December, 2013. My name is Jerry D'Ambrosio, Senior Instructor with VectorVest, and tonight's strategy presentation is titled Using Portfolio Manager. The Portfolio Manager is a widely underutilized tool, and that's unfortunate because it has many functions. Once you've developed a systematic trading plan in the backtester and before you invest your hard-earned money, we suggest that you paper trade that trading plan in the Portfolio Manager going forward so that you can gain even more confidence in its efficacy. Another function is it's very helpful in tracking potential shares that you may enter into going forward. You can not only take a Unisearch scan that you've possibly created, or some of your favorite scans maybe in the precision trading folder, and put them into portfolios or quick folios so that you can track those shares going forward. You can also take a watch list that you've created or one that VectorVest already has inside the software and create a quick folio from that as well. And lastly, you can use the Portfolio Manager to track penny by penny your real portfolio, and it lays out your shares in a condensed format. Let's begin. I'm going to move us from the home page into the backtester, and so earlier I said that you use this tool, the backtester, to develop a very systematic trading plan. A few weeks ago I demonstrated a trading plan using CI Up-and-Comers Supercharged. You can see that over the last almost 2 years this system produced 83% winning trades, a 71% gain, a nice 37% annualized rate of return with a very low drawdown. If this is something that you'd be interested in trading going forward, and you're not 100% confident yet in this trading plan, you'd want to move it into the Portfolio Manager to continue to track it in real time, in the real market. Of course, it's still end of day pricing, but you're taking this system and you're moving it forward in the real market. If I come up here, click on Views, and come to the Views Manager, click on Strategy of the Week Viewer. Again, a few weeks ago I demonstrated, it was on the 22nd of November. If I double click on that and scroll down, you'll see the backtest settings here for that trading plan. It's a PDF file that you can print out and keep it by your desk, so you'll always have the settings to refer back to. Okay, let me move us back to the backtester. So again, if you're comfortable with this, if you are happy with the research that you conducted, the next step is to move it into the Portfolio Manager. So I'll come up here, click on Portfolios. First thing we need to do is create a shell of the portfolio, so I'll click on New. We can name this CI Up-and-Comers Supercharged. The trading plan that I demonstrated started with an initial $10,000 investment. I'm going to change that here to $10,000. You can of course enter in any number you'd like here, but I want to stay consistent with the research that I conducted. We'll keep the commission at $20 per trade. I'll click on OK. And you'll notice that's all it does. It creates a shell of the portfolio. The next step, of course, is to start to put shares in our portfolio here to start tracking going forward. So I'll come up to the top, click on Manage Portfolio, and we're going to buy from Search. The first thing I'll do is I'll come up to the cherry picking folder and select CI Up-and-Comers. Remember, that was the search that was used. We're going to invest the average value of the portfolio. So I'll click on per position, but instead of 10 positions, remember, we only wanted to maintain a 5-position portfolio, so it will put $2,000 into each of the 5 positions. We're going to keep this box checked. We don't want any duplicates on current holdings. We're going to select odd lots. I did change the maximum average volume from 10%. I did lower that down to 2. Since we don't know what Monday's pricing will be, we'll set it at the current day's close, so these shares will be put as of the close of today. I didn't diversify between industry and sectors. So that's all of the settings here, and again, this should look familiar to you. These are the same settings that are in the backtester. And I'm going to change the date back one more day to the 5th. And lastly, I'll click on Buy Stocks. You'll notice that it only found one stock. Shine Corp was the only share that met the parameters for the search yesterday. And if you recall, this search, these parameters are very stringent. It doesn't find 10 to 20 stocks on a consistent basis. But with 83% winning trades, it does find winners. And if I go to the backtester, the timing list that I used was the GLB RT Kicker. And I just want to make sure everybody understands this. what I'm doing now in the Portfolio Manager is not something that you're going to do come Monday. And the reason why is we are still in a pretty severe downturn. We haven't gotten a GLBRT kicker signal up yet. I just want to make sure you all understand the process for when we do get a green light in the color guard price column that's confirmed by the RT kicker. Again, we're not there yet. I just want to demonstrate the process and get you ready for when that time comes. If I go back to the Portfolio Manager. So again, let's just pretend that we do have a GLBRT kicker up signal. We're looking to track these shares going forward. The next thing you need to do is you need to set the portfolio automation. I'll go down, click on Set Portfolio Automation. It's currently set to manual, but I'll click on Long. The stop criteria that I used was the 50% gain, 10% loss to exit positions. We will simulate intraday stops, and when the stop criteria is met, we do want to close the position. Closing the position will do both. It will close the position and will also send you an alert. I'll click on Close Position. We don't want to automatically acquire new positions because right now, the way the Portfolio Manager is set up, it's not seeing the market timing signals. If I did check this box and a share in our portfolio was stopped out with either a 50% gain, 10% loss, no matter what the market timing signal was, on the day that the share was stopped out, it would automatically acquire a new position. We don't want to do that. We only want to acquire new positions on GLB RT kicker up signals. I'll go ahead and click on OK and set the automation, and you'll notice that the left side turns white, which means that the automation is now set going forward. And going forward, if we received another GLB RT kicker up signal, you'd just come up here, click on Manage Portfolio. You'd buy from a search again. You'd lower the number of positions to buy from 9 to 4. You'd invest a specified amount. Again, we only want to put $2,000 into each position, and you'd go ahead and click on Buy Stocks until you reached a 5-position portfolio. I'll go ahead and click on Cancel. And if I move this over to the left a little bit, give us a little bit more real estate, we can see the data or the information that's laid out here in the Portfolio Manager. You have the purchase date, the type, whether it's a long or a short position, your cost per share, the current price of the stock, your return on investment, your gain per share in dollar amounts, the current recommendation, how many shares you bought, your cost basis, the current market value, and the number of positions you have, and also the gain in dollar amount here as well. So again, the format here is laid out in a way that all of the information that you need to analyze the efficacy of your trading plan going forward is right at your fingertips. Another function of the Portfolio Manager is it helps to track potential candidates that you may enter into. So if I go to Unisearch and open up, say, the Precision Trading folder, and one of your favorite searches is Stalwarts, I would run that search, I would take the top 10 stocks, and I'd put them into a quick folio. I'd name it Stalwarts. I would keep the initial investment the same. Again, you can change that, but here we're just looking to track these potential shares for possible future investments. I need to click on the purchase type. This is very important. The quick folio is smart enough to differentiate between a long and a short position. So since Stalwarts is a bullish strategy, I'm going to click on long. We'll click on OK. We'll open the portfolio later. Maybe you like Teeny Bopper Supercharged. We'll go ahead and run that search. I'm going to click on the top stock, hold my Shift key down, click on the last stock. That will highlight them all in between. I'll right click, create a quick folio, name this as well, and we'll click on Purchase Type Long, click on OK, and let's open the Portfolio Manager now. And now you have a place to go each and every day to track the performance of all of the stocks in some of your favorite scans. And this column here, the return on investment, ROI column, is really where you want to focus. You can sort the ROI column so that the best performing shares are at the top, the worst performing shares are at the bottom. And if the market becomes favorable and you're ready to pull the trigger, you're going to focus on the shares at the top of the list that are performing well in maybe each of the few searches that you created, each of the few portfolios that you created. So you always don't have to be limited to one search. You don't have to always buy all 10 stocks from one search. You can set up these quick folios and be more selective in the shares that you buy. Again, look at this ROI column and only focus on the ones at the top of the list that are in green. And again, you can sort by return on investment so that each and every day you're able to see which ones are performing well and which ones, frankly, you should stay away from that are performing poorly. And you can create a quick folio not only from Unisearch, but you can go into a watch list. Maybe you've set up some watch lists of stocks that you want to keep an eye on. You can go into this watch list section and maybe take the top 10 stocks from any watch list and create a quick folio as well. I'll just call this SMSF shares. These are going to be bullish positions, so I'll click on long, click on OK, and we'll open the portfolio now. And again, it puts them in a very nice format so that you can start tracking these going forward. And finally, the Portfolio Manager allows you to track your real portfolio penny by penny. Let me come up to the top, click on New. I'll call this My Portfolio. We'll keep the initial investment at $25,000. Of course, you can change that to reflect whatever you're working with. Go ahead and click on OK. Select the My Portfolio section over here on the left, and we'll go ahead and begin to add trades manually to this portfolio. The trade type, you'll notice there are 4 choices here. You can either buy long or sell short. You can sell your longs, or you can cover your shorts as well. We'll go ahead and buy long. I'll type in RHC.AX, and you can change the trade date. Maybe you purchased the stock back on the 24th of October. That was actually a GLB RT kicker up signal. You analyze RHC, you liked the share, you saw that it was a bullish market timing signal, you went ahead and purchased it. The price closed that day at $38.68, it opened at $38.81, and the average was $38.75. You could select either of the 3 here, or you can enter in exactly what you paid for it. So you're looking at your brokerage statement, and you're entering in the information straight from that statement. Maybe you got $38.24. and you purchased 250 shares. That gave you a cost basis of close to $10,000, $9,580. You enter in all the information, click Apply. That will put that trade in the pending trade window. You come right up, back to the top, and fill out the form again. I'll put in FLT.AX, Flight Center. Maybe you purchased this share a few months before that, on the 14th of May. That was another GLB RT kicker up signal. You'll notice the 3 choices that you have in terms of pricing, but again, you're looking at your brokerage statement, so maybe you paid $40.56. Again, folks, this is just an example. I just want to make sure that you understand how to enter in the shares that you currently own into a portfolio with the prices that you paid. Here, maybe you bought 200 shares, click Apply, and you'd continue this process until you enter in all of your positions into a portfolio. You click on OK. It'll also tell you the amount of buying power that you have left available. It'll say, are you sure you want to place the following trades? And of course, it doesn't place the trades with your broker. It only puts them into a VectorVest portfolio. I'll click on Yes. You have a nice equity curve of the current positions that you have. If I close this section, you can see you have your return on investment, the current price, your cost per share, the gain per share, the current recommendation, the same information that we saw earlier, your cost basis, the current market value, how much money you've made on each position, and how many positions that you currently have. So I really like this format as opposed to my broker's website. All of the information I need to analyze my portfolio is right here, laid out nicely. And if you look to the upper left, you can see the total value, the net, the percentage gain or loss total, and also each and every day you're able to see the percentage gain or loss each day, current buying power, and available cash. There are various reports that you can look at to analyze your portfolio. You can look at the trade history. You can view a tax report. If I go to Manage Portfolio, there are many things you can do here as well. You can deposit cash. You can withdraw cash. You can add interest payments, dividend payments, or option premiums into your portfolio. And each one here will be put into cash if you do use this function. You can buy or short from search, and you can set the automation like I showed you earlier. And this has been a great tool, folks, for me personally. I've had a lot of success and many winners because I did the legwork before, I did my homework, I set up portfolios so I was able to track potential stocks that I wanted to enter into. And I can't stress this enough, this ROI column here will let you know which shares you want to focus on and which ones you want to leave alone. Well, this concludes tonight's Strategy of the Week presentation. Have a great weekend, everyone.